everyone, Fuza Rees here, wedding photographer and blogger. Participating in Tim King's 30-day vlog challenge, and for most it's almost over, and I'm still kind of almost a week behind. And today and this weekend I have a really busy schedule coming, so I couldn't go all out for today's video like I did yesterday. But today I want to talk about excuse number 2. So I started a new series called Becoming a Blogger, and I hear all the time new photographers or moms wanting to blog, wanting to become a blogger, or starting a blog, and then it's been 6 months and they haven't posted anything, and it just seems so hard and complicated to be a blogger, although they know that blogging can really help SEO and really can help your business and expand your brand experience. It's all about the brand experience also. So one of the first lessons is your blog needs to match your brand, so your blog can't just be some random thing up in the air and it's blue and your business card is red and your website is black. So everything needs to be matching. We know that WordPress is really the best source for blogging. We know that, and it's not the free WordPress that has the WordPress in the URL. It's wordpress.org, I believe, the one where you could get your own custom URL. So first you need to sign up, wordpress.org. You need to buy your own domain name, and you need to pay for basic hosting. So in order to get a blog up with your own name, those are the 3 things you need. And some people will use a subdomain of their main domain. And that's with your hosting company that you check. But you need basic hosting because you need to pay it for it beyond in the air. So some people use Blogger, and that's fine, but WordPress does have a lot more SEO capabilities, and I think using your own URL, or maybe even if you get a keyword in your URL, is much, much better. So today we're going to talk about excuse number 2, why people don't blog, or why people are not becoming bloggers. Ugh, I have nothing to write about. Seriously. Let's really think about that. Are you a mom? Are you a dad? Are you a young person? Do you have an active nightlife? Do you have an active social life? Do you practice sports? Do your kids practice sport? Are your kids young preschoolers? Or are they older, almost in college? Do you have an empty nest? Do you have a hobby? Do you sell a product? Because people should really be blogging about the albums, canvases, metal prints, everything they sell. Do you offer photography services? Do you offer video services? Do you have a certain passion for something, or it's yoga? Perhaps you're really religious and your clients are too. So you got to think about your audience. Who's reading your blog? And lots of blogs, sometimes what happens is clients are reading it, but it's more photographers. Are you aiming toward photographers, or are you aiming towards clients? The risk with that is that I see many times photographers write to other photographers, but they're not your clients. Unless you are offering something and selling it to photographers, you really need to, I think, in my opinion, and I can be wrong and there are exceptions to this, but you need to focus to your clients, or you're trying to, grow your brand experience. Can you do both? Absolutely, I think you can do both. But don't spend all your energy and time on a group that's not buying your services, or that's not participating in your brand experience, or they don't necessarily have to be buying for you, but they have to be brand evangelists. So don't waste your energy on people that are not being your brand evangelists. I do a lot of networking with photographers. I get a lot of business with photographers. I freelance video for other photographers, so it kind of makes sense for me to blog to photographers, and I also offer SEO services. So it makes sense for me, but I always have to think about my client, think about what I'm blogging, if that fits. So in the topics you have to blog about, I had said blog twice a week. One can be personal. Another post could be a session. If you don't have a session, I'm sure you have products you haven't shown online. It could be a hobby. It could be thought of the day. It could be photo of the day. Bobby and Mike do this awesome thing where I think it's Instagram, like they do an Instagram monthly recap. They do an Instagram, not competition, but project. Pin interest is really big. I know a lot of you are pinning. Why not make an inspiration board of the month or of the week? Kristen Lay from Maryland is doing a really unique project with Pinterest where people are I think she picks a topic and then people pin to her board. I'm not exactly sure, but I would check that out. So there's so many things that could be blogged about. If you're a mom or if you're a children's photographer, really great tip is blog events in your community. Be the person that they want to go to your blog to find out what's happening. Or you could even add an events plugin to your blog to put on the side and put a bunch of events for your community. So if if your target market is moms, hello, that's awesome. So moms are always looking for things to do with their kids. If you're in New York, there's so much search for what to do with your kids in New York. I recommend you work on that, or you blog about that. Activities in Brooklyn, in the city. Parents are looking, always looking. There's never enough things out there, especially in the East Coast where the weather gets, not so fun and you can't really be outside. So that's my tips for there. So make out your schedule, and there's a great plugin called Editorial Calendar, which shows a calendar, and you could schedule your posts. Remember, you can schedule all your posts. So if you come Sunday, you could schedule 2 weeks out of your blogs, because that's only 4 blog posts. One could be personal, one could be product, one could be events, the other could be thought of the day or hobby. There's always things to blog about. Now, some people feel a little weird about mixing the personal in there. I'm kind of like open book pretty much, but I have been taking back a little bit and being more careful with what I post. So, Jasmine Star has that great tip about the person in the airplane, right? What would you feel comfortable in telling them? That's what you probably, can blog about. If you're a very, very, very private person, which I totally respect and understand, are there ways that you can do where people find out more about your personality and your brand? Because your brand is really you, because we're really selling ourselves in a way. Can you still do that without being all out there? Because people, Jasmine Star says this, or Zach and Jody Gray, I forgot who. Mike Larson. People trust people. They don't trust companies, right? And Jasmine Star says, people hire photographers. They don't hire photographs. So you still have to be social or personable, or they have to get a feel of who you are. So you could do video blog posts. There's so much that you could write about. So don't use that as an excuse. Tomorrow we're going to talk about excuse number 3. So I hope you come back for more. Thanks.